Imagine waking up one day to find that everything you've worked for is suddenly at risk: your job, your health, your relationships. How would you respond? Would you feel overwhelmed by despair, or would you find a way to navigate through the storm? Today, we're exploring a powerful philosophy that can help us face life's challenges with resilience and grace. Welcome to Mindful Reflections. Let's dive into how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can empower us to turn obstacles into opportunities. Life is unpredictable, filled with twists and turns that can leave us feeling uncertain and anxious. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who valued reason and virtue, offer profound insights into dealing with hardship. They believed that adversity is not just an obstacle but an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the idea that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. This principle is encapsulated in the famous Stoic saying attributed to Epictetus: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When faced with adversity, the Stoic response involves several key strategies: acceptance, reframing our perspectives, practicing negative visualization, maintaining our virtues, and seeking community support. Let's explore each of these strategies in detail. Acceptance, embracing reality. The first step in the Stoic response to adversity is acceptance. This may sound simple, but it can be incredibly challenging. Acceptance means acknowledging reality as it is without resistance or denial. When something difficult happens, like losing a job or facing a health crisis, our instinct might be to fight against it or wish it were different. However, Stoicism teaches us that this resistance only leads to more suffering. Consider Viktor Frankl's story, a psychologist who survived the Holocaust. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl describes how he found purpose even in horrific conditions within a concentration camp. He realized that while he couldn't control his circumstances, he could control his attitude toward them. By accepting his situation and focusing on his inner freedom, his ability to choose his thoughts, Frankl found strength amidst despair. When we accept what we cannot change, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and can focus on what we can influence, our thoughts and actions. For example, if you face a setback at work, instead of dwelling on injustice, ask yourself what you can learn from this experience and how you can move forward. Acceptance also means recognizing our emotions as valid responses to adversity. It's okay to feel sad or frustrated when things go wrong. What matters is how we channel those feelings into constructive action rather than allowing them to paralyze us. Reframing perspectives. The next strategy involves reframing our perspective on adversity. The Stoics believe that every challenge presents an opportunity for growth. When faced with difficulties, it's easy to fall into a negative mindset. However, by consciously shifting our perspective, we can uncover valuable lessons. Let's say you've been passed over for a promotion at work. Initially, this might feel like a personal failure or an injustice, but what if you reframed this situation? Instead of viewing it solely as a setback, consider it an opportunity to develop new skills or seek feedback from your superiors about how you can improve. This experience could lead you to explore other career paths that align more closely with your passions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote in his book Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement reminds us that obstacles are not merely roadblocks. They are integral parts of our journey leading us toward growth and self-discovery. Another example comes from J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter, who faced numerous rejections before finally getting published. Instead of giving up, she used those setbacks as motivation, refining her craft, ultimately creating one of the most beloved book series in history. Her story exemplifies how reframing adversity as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block can lead extraordinary outcomes. Practicing negative visualization. Another effective Stoic technique is negative visualization. This practice involves imagining worst-case scenarios, not out of pessimism but as a way to prepare ourselves mentally for potential challenges. By contemplating what could go wrong, we reduce fear and anxiety about unknowns. For instance, take a moment each day visualizing losing something important, a job you love or close relationship. Picture how you would cope without that person or position. This exercise might feel uncomfortable at first, however, it serves two purposes. First, it helps us appreciate what we currently have by recognizing its value. Second, it prepares us emotionally for any potential loss. Seneca famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By practicing negative visualization regularly, we train ourselves facing adversity with greater resilience when it inevitably arises. To incorporate negative visualization into your routine, consider setting aside time each week specifically for this practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, allowing yourself fully immerse these visualizations without judgment. The power of virtue in adversity. As we navigate through life's adversities, maintaining our virtues becomes increasingly essential. The Stoics believed that character should guide our actions during difficult times. Whether faced with personal or professional challenges, it's crucial to act in accordance with our values rather than reacting impulsively to fear or frustration. For example, if you encounter conflict with a colleague over differing opinions on a project, instead of allowing anger and resentment to dictate your response, pause and reflect on how you want to be perceived professionally. Do you want to be seen as fair-minded and respectful? By aligning our actions with our values, whether showing courage to face fear or practicing patience when things don't go our way, we reinforce our character and build resilience. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control external events or other people's actions, we have complete control over how we respond. Focusing on maintaining our virtues during tough times not only upholds our character, but also sets an example for others. The importance of community support. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of community support when facing adversity. The Stoics recognize that while individual strength is important, we are also social beings who thrive on connection with others. Sharing our struggles with trusted friends and family members can provide comfort and perspective during challenging times. When Marcus Aurelius faced pressures during difficult periods in Rome's history, he often turned to his inner circle for support and counsel. He understood that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but rather an acknowledgement of our shared human experience. So when you're going through tough times, whether dealing with personal loss or professional setbacks, don't hesitate to reach out to those around you. Engaging in open conversations about your feelings can foster deeper connections and provide valuable insights. Real-life applications. Now let's explore some practical applications of these Stoic principles in everyday life so you can start implementing them right away. Daily reflection. Set aside time in the evening to reflect on the day's events, focusing specifically on any challenges you faced and how well you responded according to your values. Gratitude journaling. Keep a gratitude journal where each day you write down 3 things you're grateful for, followed by 1 potential loss related to those items, allowing space for both appreciation and contemplation. Role-playing scenarios. Engage in role-playing exercises, envisioning yourself facing different adversities. This could involve practicing responses with friends or family members, better preparing you for when real challenges arise. Mindfulness meditation. Incorporate mindfulness meditation into your routine, focusing specifically on the concept of impermanence. Reflecting on how everything changes over time can help cultivate acceptance. Community engagement. Join support groups, either online or locally, where individuals share experiences navigating hardships together, creating opportunities for mutual growth. Historical context. Lessons from ancient philosophers. The concept of responding effectively to adversity has been championed by many Stoic philosophers throughout history, who recognize the value of this tool for emotional resilience. Seneca famously stated, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." His words remind us that much of our anxiety stems from our tendency to catastrophize situations rather than confronting them head-on. Epictetus also emphasized this idea when he taught his students to mentally prepare themselves for adversity, encouraging them not only to accept hardships but also to actively engage with potential outcomes so they could respond thoughtfully when faced with challenges later on. Marcus Aurelius provides another powerful example through his writings, where he reflects on his struggles as emperor during times of war, plague, and political strife. He constantly reminded himself of the importance of virtue over external circumstances. In conclusion, the Stoic response to adversity teaches us that while we cannot avoid life's difficulties, we have the power to choose how we respond to them. By embracing acceptance, reframing our perspectives, practicing negative visualization, maintaining our virtues, and seeking support from others, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Let us remember that adversity is not merely something to endure but an opportunity for growth, a chance to develop strength of character and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As you face your own challenges in life, take a moment to reflect on how you can apply these Stoic principles. Accept what cannot be changed. Reframe your perspective. Prepare mentally through visualization. Act according to your values. Lean on community support. By doing so, you'll not only weather life's storms but emerge stronger and more resilient than before. If you found this exploration of the Stoic response to adversity helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Share your thoughts and plans to incorporate these principles into your life in the comments below. What challenges are you currently facing? And don't forget to subscribe for more insights from Mindful Reflections. Together, let's embark on a journey toward mindfulness and personal growth.